President Xi Jinping extends New Year's wishes while looking forward to continued positive trends in the economy. The chief executive underscores his 4 wishes for the new year ahead. New Zealand and Australia welcome 2024 as Hong Kongers eagerly await New Year's fireworks show. Hello and welcome to TVB News. There are 50 more minutes to go before we ring in the new year. President Xi Jinping extended his New Year wishes while delivering his 2024 New Year address tonight.
我在北京向大家致以新年的祝福。
Xi said China will remember 2023 as one of hard work and perseverance. This as the country forged ahead with resolve and tenacity, achieving a smooth transition in the COVID-19 response efforts, Xi said. He continued by saying the Chinese economy has sustained the momentum of recovery and such positive trends should be strengthened in the new year, while noting the world is bound to encounter headwinds along the way and that the global landscape might evolve. Xi said peace and development remain the underlying trend and only cooperation for mutual benefit can deliver. As 2023 comes to a close, Chief Executive John Lee said it's full steam ahead for the government to improve the city's economy, development and livelihood in the coming year. An unauthorized passenger boarded a Cathay Pacific flight from Japan to Hong Kong last Thursday, the airline said. The government will begin charging residents for rubbish disposal starting April 1st. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his country's war in Gaza will continue for many more months. Netanyahu said that after the war, Israel must take back the buffer zone between Gaza and Egypt, known as Philadelphia Corridor. Nasvi Karim has more. Russia said its massive airstrikes on Ukraine was in response to what it calls an indiscriminate attack by Ukraine on the Russian border city of Belgorod. David Garrett reports.
Fires burn in the eastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv. Ukraine officials say at least 20 died in the Russian raid. Locals walk among the debris as the governor of the city said dozens of others are receiving treatment for injuries. He also described how a strike hit the 12th floor of a hotel, but the people there were able to escape. The alarm was sounded when another missile hit nearby earlier. This woman is almost lost for words as she tells the camera, "This is our new year." There were similar scenes in the daylight hours in Belgorod on the Russian side of the border. Russia had confirmed the bombardment of Kharkiv was in retaliation for this, Ukraine's attack on Belgorod hours earlier, which had itself followed Russian military strikes across Ukraine on Friday. Moscow's defense ministry said civilians, including children, died. Spokesman Igor Konashenkov said the attack was indiscriminate and was carried out using Czech-made rockets and munitions. Ukraine said it was targeting military sites. President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke of the latest strike and said many had suffered in recent days at the hands of the terrorist state. He said for every Russian missile, the terrorist state will bear just responsibility, political and practical. The escalation between Russia and Ukraine has already been discussed at the United Nations Security Council.
We unequivocally condemn all attacks on cities, towns and villages in Ukraine and in the Russian Federation. Attacks against civilians and civilian infrastructure violates international humanitarian law.
Russia said Ukraine and the countries that back them, including the Czech Republic, which made the missiles, are complicit in war crimes after the attack in Belgorod.
As long as Russia persists, the United States will support Ukraine's effort to defend itself.
First, Russia blamed Ukraine for these strikes. Then it tried to demand that Czechia appear before this council. Now the Russian ambassador is blaming the UK, the US and the EU. If Russia wants someone to blame for the deaths of Russians in this war, it should start with President Putin.
China said it was saddened by vicious attacks and civilian casualties and concerned by the delays in ending the war, hoping the suffering of innocent people would not continue into the new year. David Garrett, TVB News.
It is already 2024 in some places. New Zealand are among Australia are among the countries that have heralded in the new year. Auckland in New Zealand is one of the first big cities to welcome 2024. The countdown was followed by a massive fireworks display. The Sky Tower, the tallest building in the country, and the Harbour Bridge were the backdrop to the show. The top of the tower was illuminated in different colors as fireworks exploded in the night sky. The bridge was also colorful as boats floated underneath. In Australia, Sydney is famed for putting on a great show. As the countdown reached 0, the night sky was illuminated. The display did not disappoint at midnight. 58,000 fireworks were part of the extravaganza. And it was estimated that up to 1 million people lined the harbour in the shadow of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. Australia's largest city has suffered thunderstorms this week, but it was a clear night for the show. People cheered and hugged each other as the clock passed midnight. Hong Kong is also abuzz with countdown celebrations tonight. Nightlife hotspot Lan Kwai Fong is bustling with local and visiting revelers. To boost business, Lan Kwai Fong Association have ambassadors stationed around bars and restaurants to give away beer and freebies to patrons to celebrate the new year. Within minutes, Victoria Harbour will stage a New Year fireworks display. Thousands have staked out a spot to get a good view of the spectacle on both sides of the harbour. Here are some thoughts and good wishes from a few spectators.
A good spot. It should be the best ever in our life. It's the first time gonna watch fireworks, everything, and all COVID is gone, and we're all gonna be happy and love all everyone happy and peace.
We have heard that it's very beautiful on Victoria Harbour, so we have come especially for the fireworks.
What are the New Year wishes for yourself or for your family or friends?
I just want to wish everyone a safe and a prosperous New Year.
Happy New Year!
And we are around 2 minutes away from midnight. We cross over live to 2 locations featuring New Year's Eve festivity and revelry. On our left is our iconic Victoria Harbour. On our right is Lan Kwai Fong, again, the city's nightlife hotspot. We can see a lot of revelers and party goers. On your right, Lan Kwai Fong. And already, countdown celebrations were actually underway starting 11 p.m. on around the harbourfront. There have been pre-show sessions with pyrotechnics shooting from rooftops of Harbour Centre and Harcourt House in Wan Chai and Cheung Kong Centre in Central every 15 minutes. Now we're 1 minute away from 2024. We can see the countdown on the facade of our Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre. Spirit was high over in Lan Kwai Fong on the right. You can see revelers holding up high their cell phones to commemorate the moment. Now 30 seconds down. At the bottom we have the Causeway Bay. Midnight gun. It's a boisterous tradition to ring in the new year. Originated as early as 1860s. And now 10 seconds away from 2024. Happy New Year! We officially bid farewell to 2023 and welcome 2024. And a bright start to the new year with a 12-minute fireworks display along Victoria Harbour. It's expected to be the largest and the longest fireworks display on New Year's Eve in Hong Kong history, according to the Tourism Board. The fireworks display spans 1,300 meters from Central all the way to Causeway Bay. On your right, you can see the Poland Monastery. Where we have aerial drone shows featuring more than 350 drones, which soared above the night sky, forming different patterns, trying to bless the new year. And more information about the fireworks display. Apart from the unprecedented scale and duration, the pyrotechnics extravaganza has a theme: New Year, New Legend. On your right, we have Lan Kui Fong. Again, it's bustling with revelers. The fireworks display depict the changing four seasons and the beauty of nature. The prelude here features winter festivities of Christmas, red and green. It also features thematic music, blending various genres including electronic, Western classical, and Chinese instrumental. Again, the tourism board earlier said the unprecedented scale and duration of the pyrotechnics this year surpassed all previous editions in Hong Kong history. Authorities also said 5 barges at Victoria Harbour are launching fireworks all at the same time. On your right is the Polin Monastery. This year also marks the 30th anniversary of the Big Buddha statue on Lantau Island. The formations are made up by more than 350 drones on your right. Right now, the drone shows are featuring Chinese characters of auspices, wisdom, to be doubled over the coming year. Again, the thematic music has not just Western classical, but also Chinese instrumental music, symbolizing the iconic East-West cultural mix of Hong Kong. On your right, back to the Polin Monastery, we have the formation of the lotus, which is a symbol of purity, spirituality, and enlightenment in Buddhist tradition. Earlier, around Holland Monastery, the temple bells were rung 108 times in a Buddhist ritual representing the cleansing of 108 worldly desires, as we get rid of the old and starting anew. Here comes autumn. As we've mentioned, the pyrotechnics extravaganza comes with a theme New Year, New Legend, depicting the changing four seasons. The golden sparkles we saw now symbolize and resemble golden leaves in autumn. Another pattern formed by the drones on your right, it's the iconic lion in our Asian tradition, the lion dance. Here's the finale, ushering in the climax. It's a return to winter with an array of icons and shapes, including hearts and smiley faces. Bless the new year ahead.
2024年咁樣開始都非常之唔錯。
And as for the weather, the first day of the year may be mainly cloudy with sunny periods during the day. Temperatures likely to range between 18 and 21 degrees Celsius. And to make passenger trips more convenient, a little reminder. During the festive season, there is overnight train service tonight. That applies to all MTR lines, except for the Airport Express and Disney Resort line, as well as journeys to and from Lowu and Lok Ma Chau stations. And again, from all of us at TVB Pearl, we wish you a happy 2024. Good night.